Welcome back once again to Sadler Stadium here on the campus of Earlham College as we get set for Game 2 of our two-game matchup between the Quakers of Earlham and Mount St. Joseph. The Quakers scoring 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning in an earlier contest. They win Game 1 by a final of 4-3. Here's how things will line up in Game number 2. First off, for Mount St. Joe, they come in at 12-13, 3-5 in the HCAC. Roman Rothwell will lead things off. He'll be at third base. Batting second in right field is Nathan Hunter. Hitting third, the second baseman, Simon Schaefer. In the cleanup spot, the shortstop, Garrett Hogan. Hitting fifth, the left fielder, Jose Bustamante. Hitting sixth and catching, Luke Bowman. Hitting seventh in the DH, Darren Sackett. Hitting eighth, the first baseman, Brandon Mueller. And hitting ninth in center field is Trevor Thurling. Again tonight for Mount St. Joe in our second contest, Rothwell, Hunter, Schaefer, Hogan, Bustamante, Bowman, Sackett, Mueller, and Thurling. Brandon Shelton getting the start tonight in Game 2 for Mount St. Joe. For the Quakers in Game number 2, leading things off at third base, Mark Gendreau. Hitting second, the DH, Addison Robertson. Hitting third, the first baseman, Danny Dopp. The cleanup hitter in center field, Isaiah Shake. Hitting fifth, the second baseman, Dre Davis. Hitting sixth, the catcher, Ian Bach. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Brian Pinsura. Hitting eighth in left field, Alec Bryan. And hitting ninth in right field, Kendall Baker. So again for the Quakers at 23-6 and 7-2 in the HCAC, Gendreau, Robertson, Dopp, Shake, Davis, Bach, Pinsura, Bryan, and Baker. And Colin Greavy gets the start for the Quakers in Game 2. We'll talk about Colin and his numbers here early in the season. That is coming up next. The Quakers looking for the sweep of the Lions here at Sadler Stadium. We'll have the first pitch coming up in just a moment right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
We check them better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory-trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back 'em better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
Well, things have cleared out here tonight as we get set for Game number 2. Colin Greavy getting the start there. You see Colin, the right-hander for the Quakers in our second contest, as Earlham again finding a way to pick up a win in Game number 1. Let's go ahead and give you the numbers for Colin as he gets set to throw here in our second contest. So far this year, Colin 1-1 on the season. This will be his 8th appearance, his 5th start. 27 2/3 innings, giving up 30 hits, 15 runs, 13 earned. 19 strikeouts and 10 walks. And again, with that ERA of 4.23, a 1-1 record, and the opposing team batting average against Colin this season at 291. So he, like what we talked about in our first game, in which our first game starter, Kyle Gorman, they are hoping he will really start to pick things up down the stretch. But I think one thing, it might make a huge difference if we can get some warm weather for these guys here relatively soon. So Colin Greavy set to throw tonight here in Game number 2. Now the Quakers do it again with that opening game win. They've just seems like so many times this year they've been able to come from behind late in the ball game, and they did it again in Game number 1 with that dramatic 4-3 win. And what makes that win even bigger is now they're just a half game behind Anderson for second place in the HCAC standings. And Franklin winning twice today. They're now 9-1. And so things are getting tight. These are the only games going on. In fact, this is the final game of the HCAC schedule tonight, with Rose and Franklin playing earlier today. And, of course, several games tomorrow. We'll check those out in just a few moments. All right, Roman Rothwell will lead things off. Rothwell 0 for 5 in the first game earlier tonight. As our official game time start at 7:34, and the first pitch by Greavy is a swing and a miss. Rothwell looking for home run on that. Three balls and two strikes here in the top half of inning number 1. 2 away as Greavy set to throw, and the pitch is on the way, grounded toward the shortstop, Pinsura. He will charge and throw and get the final out, and Mount St. Joe will leave a runner on base here in the top of inning number 1. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Mount St. Joe nothing. Earlham coming to bat. This is Earlham Baseball, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home. Finding a used car dealership you can trust is not an easy thing to do, but for me, the choice was an easy one. I went to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond. I purchased my last 2 cars from Tony's and couldn't be happier with the service. They didn't pressure me, and they worked with me through the entire process. If you're in the market for a great used vehicle, get to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond, 250 National Road West, or give them a call at 962-5665, or go to their website, tonyscarsales.com.
Quakers set to go to work here in the bottom half of inning number 1. And they'll be up against the right-hander here in our second contest, as the Quakers will see Brandon Shelton. There you see Shelton getting his final warm-up tosses here for game number 2. We'll talk about Shelton's numbers coming up in a few moments. Quakers lineup pretty much looking the same in game 2 as it did in game number 1. Jandro, Robertson, and Dopp will lead things off. Let me go and give you the numbers for the starting pitcher here. See if we can get them to come up here. Oh, technology is so great. Here is Mark Jandro. We do know that Mark, in game number 1, 0 for 4, did have a walk. Jandro now hitting at .375 in the first pitch, in there for a strike. Now Robertson came up big in game number 1. Danny Dopp got the game-winning hit as that one is fouled away. No balls and 2 strikes. And Shelton set to throw. Here's the pitch on the way. Tapped back to the mound. Shelton reaching high to get it. Throws to first, and there is one away. And that'll bring up Robertson. Boy, Robertson 4 for 5 in the first game. Drove in a couple of runs. Robertson now leads this team in hitting at .422 on the season. And Robertson will see Shelton for the first time. Bowman getting the start as the catcher here in game number 2 as that pitch in there for a strike. Mueller at first, Schaefer's at second, Hogan is at short, Rothwell down at third. Swing and a miss. Shelton taking something off the pitch, Robertson out in front. In the outfield, Bustamante in left. Thurling in center and Hunter in right. The 0-2 pitch. That bounces inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Robertson back in. Here's the pitch by Shelton, and it almost hits him as that one sails right over his head. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Shelton now with the 2-2 pitch. This one lifted into right field. Going back on it will be Hunter to his right. He'll make the catch, and there's 2 away. Here's Danny Dopp. Danny drove in the game-winning run in the bottom half of the 9th inning. And again, which the Quakers picked up a huge win. Danny, of course, coming off that nice series against Defiance, continuing it in this series as his first look at Shelton, and the pitch is inside. 1 ball, no strikes. That pitch up high. Quickly 2-0 now to Dopp. Breeze has really died down. Most of the clouds gone here tonight. Grounded left side, charging Rothwell. Rothwell fires a strike to first, and that'll do it for the Quakers in the bottom half of inning number 1. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, no score. This is Earlham Baseball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120.
There is a look at Colin Greavy as he gets set for his second inning of work. It will be Bustamante, Bowman, and Sackett all due up here in the second. The Quakers after today, we talked about it briefly in the first game. They will have 4 very, very important games coming up. All will be on the road. Starts on Saturday when they travel to Franklin for a 2-game set against the division-leading Grizzlies, and then they will not play for an entire week until the following Saturday when they travel to Anderson. So Bustamante will step to the plate, 2 for 4 in the first game. Colin giving up a single to Schaefer in the first inning. That's the only hit of the ball game thus far in game number 2. And the pitch is low, 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Up high, 2-0. Get a chance, we will update you the standings after the win earlier today by Earlham and where everything sets. We mentioned earlier, is that pitch in there for a strike with less games in the conference this year, but again, one more team will qualify. Things will get a little bit tighter with fewer games as that pitch is outside, 3 balls and a strike. But right now, Franklin 9-1. Anderson is 7-1. The Quakers at 7-2. Rose-Hulman at 5-6 with those 2 losses today. Transylvania is 4-4. 3-1 pitch is lined into left field. That's going to be a base hit. Second hit for Mount St. Joe as Bustamante picks up his third base hit in the series, and that'll bring up Luke Bowman.
Now batting the catcher, number 4, Luke Bowman.
Bowman earlier today went 1 for 4. Did drive in a run and scored a run. Stretch by Greavy, and the pitch. He'll show bunt at first base side. Greavy will have to field his position. Throws on to first, and that's a sacrifice by Bowman as he'll get Bustamante down to second base. And with one away, that'll bring up Darren Sackett.
With one down, now batting the DH, number 26, Darren Sackett.
Sackett is the only left-handed batter in their lineup. Earlier today went 2 for 4. DHing in this contest was the starting catcher in game number 1. Now runner at second base. The pitch by Greavy is a called strike. Collins, as we mentioned, too, a little bit ago, he's trying to get his season on track as well. He's come out of the bullpen. He's also had a spot start or two so far this season. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and boy, I tell you what, committing was Sackett. He was halfway around before he decided to change his mind, and now he's down on the count of no balls and 2 strikes. Mount St. Joe jumped out on top. 3-0 in game 1. Quakers made it 3-2 before winning it in the bottom of the 9th inning in game number 1 as that pitch is low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Quakers finished with 11 hits in that opening game. Earlham also finished with 4 errors. There's Greavy, the right-hander set to throw as he gets the sign from Ian Bach. The stretch. And the pitch on the way, hit foul. Good cut by Sackett. Mount St. Joe again falling to 3-5. Transylvania at 4-4. Of course, these are the only 2 games between Rose and Franklin, Mount St. Joe and Earlham. Then tomorrow, several more games. We'll talk about that schedule in a moment. Very big games coming up here pretty soon as we get later and later into the season. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way. That'll be tapped to the right side. Greavy will come off the mound and toss on now to Danny Dopp. Advancing on to third will be Bustamante. And now 2 away.
With 2 away at bat, the first
and here's Mueller.
Brandon Mueller.
Mueller 1 for 3 with a couple of runs driven in game 1. And now the Lions have a perhaps go-ahead run down at third base. The stretch by Greavy, the pitch, bouncing away from Ian, but it doesn't get far enough away. 1 ball and no strikes. So the Lions trying to get out in front for the second time in a row. 1 ball and no strikes to Mueller, the number 8 hitter. The stretch by Greavy. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's up high, ball 2. We will know probably tomorrow, hopefully early. There's going to be a game time change in that matchup tomorrow night, a non-conference game against Adrian. The stretch and the pitch, and that's a strike. It is scheduled for 4 tomorrow. Adrian ranked number 25 in the country. If there is possible rain, which wouldn't surprise any of us, the way this spring has gone, we've seen just about everything so far. We may move it back to 6. Boy, nice pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mueller watched a pretty good one right there. Mount St. Joe, boy, they probably felt they let that first game get away. They'd be at 500, chance to sweep the Quakers, but now got to try to salvage a split. Popped him up on the right side. Danny Dopp giving it a look, and that'll go out of play. So we will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. You're talking about 4 straight games in which you're going to play the top 2 teams in the conference. You're going to control your own destiny in the next 4 ball games. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him on a high fastball. That will do it for Mount St. Joe here in the second on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard here at Sadler Stadium. No score.
At Square Donuts, we take our donuts seriously, and apparently so do our customers. Square Donuts is by far the #1 donut shop in Richmond. At Square Donuts, we bake our donuts, cinnamon rolls, long johns, and many other varieties fresh daily. Donuts became our family tradition and business in 1967, and we've continued through 3 generations. Square Donuts in Richmond has 2 locations, including 1241 Northwest 5th Street and 3637 East Main in the Hoppy Jeweler Plaza. Square Donuts of Richmond. We never cut corners and never will.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
We got this.
Isaiah Shake will lead things off as we move to the bottom of the second inning, and the first pitch by Shelton is in there for a called strike, 0-1. Isaiah 1 for 3 earlier this afternoon. There's the right-hander Shelton and the pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's quickly 0-2. Shake, Davis, and Bach here in the bottom of the second. Earlham trying to win their 8th straight, their 24th on the season. By the way, they did get some notice again this week in the top 25 poll as that pitch is outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And there's 1 away. First strikeout for Shelton, and that'll bring up Davis.
With 1 out now, batting the second baseman, number 26, Dre Davis.
Davis 0 for 4, now hitting at .315. The pitch hit foul. Here's the 0-1. That's on the inside corner for a strike. Quickly 0-2. Quick worker this time as Shelton lines this one into right field. That's going to be a base hit. So Davis gets the Quakers' first hit. And that'll bring up Ian Bach.
Now batting the catcher, number 5, Ian Bach.
Ian 1 for 4. As Shelton set to throw, the pitch on the way is inside. 1 ball, no strikes. The stretch by the right-hander as he comes set, and the pitch is up high, 2-0. Shelton, a freshman from Cincinnati. The 2-0 pitch, inside corner for strike, 2-1. Ian now hitting at 226 on the year. Quick snap throw to first by Shelton, not in time to get Davis. Now Davis, his numbers from a stolen base standpoint, not certainly where the Quakers would like them to be, just 4 of 7 on the year. And Shelton will step off, Davis getting his attention. I think for the, at least in the stolen base area, Davis and Kendall Baker, two guys they'd really like to see those numbers pick up, as that pitch just missing outside. And we'll go to 3 balls and 1 strike. 1 away here in the bottom of the second inning, no score. Stretch again by Shelton. And the pitch on the way, hit off the end of the bat, foul. Ian will stay in there at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Quakers managing 11 hits in game number 1, but had to wait until the bottom of the 9th inning, in which they picked up 3 of those hits to win it 4-3. Hit foul, and we'll stay at 3-2. Quakers with that win earlier, again with their now 8th win in a row. They are 17-2 here at home. Runner at first will take off. This is popped up on the left side. Third baseman Rothwell will make the catch, and retreating back to first will be Davis. And there's 2 away. And that'll bring up Pinsura. Pinsura 1 for 4 with a run scored, now hitting at 232 on the year. The stretch again by Shelton, the throw to first. I would think maybe the Quakers will try to run right here. Davis has had a pretty good lead down at first base. Stretch again by Shelton. And the pitch on the way. Gets away from the catcher, Bowman. That should be a pass ball. So Davis won't have to worry about a stolen base, as Davis in scoring position here in the second inning. I was anticipating that maybe Bowman was ready to catch and throw, as he kept an eye on Davis down at first base. Here's the pitch, and Pinsura swings and misses. The ball got away from Bowman again, but no advancement by Davis to third. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now to Brian Pinsura. Brian, right-handed hitter, steps back in. Stretch once again by Shelton. He'll check the runner at second. And the pitch on the way to the plate is a curveball in there for a strike, and it's 1-2. Scheduled tomorrow, Anderson plays at Bluffton, as Quakers are hoping Bluffton can do Earlham a favor, as the pitcher Shelton turns and looks Davis back to second. Bluffton 4-6, Anderson 7-1. That again is a scheduled doubleheader tomorrow from Bluffton. The stretch again by Shelton. And his pitch on the way to the plate, tap foul. Also tomorrow, Manchester plays at Defiance. Manchester trying to stay in the playoff hunt. Again, Earlham and Adrian tomorrow. Mount St. Joe, they have a non-conference matchup tomorrow as well, scheduled to play at Cincinnati Christian. The stretch in the 1-2 pitch. Hit foul again. Pinsura battling here in the second inning. Quakers trying to get on the board here in inning number 2. That is Dre Davis down at second base. Long look as Shelton now gets the sign, comes set. Will not even look at the runner at second base, and an off-speed pitch. Pinsura way out in front, and that'll do it for the Quakers as they will leave a man on in scoring position here in the second. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, no score. This is Earlham Baseball on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
For over a century, Richmond Power and Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power and Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power and Light. Together we make powerful partners. For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994.
Earlham Baseball being brought to you tonight by your Richmond area Subways. Each day of the week you can get a different 6-inch sub with no artificial flavors or colors. Just $3.50 every Thursday of the Italian BMT, Friday the tuna, Saturday the Black Forest ham. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. We will head to the top of inning number 3 here in Game 2. Thurling, Rothwell, and Hunter.
Leading off the top of the third, the center fielder, number 20, Trevor Thurling.
Thurling, his first trip to the plate here in our second contest. He was 1 for 4 earlier today. Thurling hitting again in the number 9 spot as there is Colin Greavy set to throw once again, and the first pitch is low for a ball. The late kick and the 1-0 pitch. That's in there for a strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball stays high, 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Greavy's next pitch grounded foul. Third base side will go to 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. There's Greavy gets the sign. And the pitch. It's up high, 3-2. Quakers again after today will have those huge matchups there. After tomorrow, there's only 2 more home dates in this season. Payout pitch on the way. High and inside. That'll be a walk. So Thurling is on here in the third. That is the first walk given up by Colin Greavy, and we'll go to the top of the order now in Rothwell.
At bat 23, Roman Rothwell.
Rothwell struck out looking back in the first inning. Greavy again will come set. Here's the pitch. Hit well into left field, but on a line right at Bryan, who will make the catch. That was on a rope and a good hit by Rothwell. So one away. And that'll bring up Nathan Hunter.
Now batting number 6, Nathan Hunter.
Hunter hit by a pitch back in the first inning, and then Cott's trying to steal second base. Short lead at first by Turling, and the pitch hit him again. So Hunter's going to take another one for the team. That's 2 in a row now for Nathan Hunter. And so now runners at first and second. And here's Simon Schaefer. Ian Bach out to talk with Colin Greavy after another hit batter. May 1st and May 4th will be the final 2 dates. Again, after tomorrow. They'll play Transylvania Tuesday, May 1st, and they'll play Manchester on Friday, May 4th. Greavy once again will work out of the stretch. Runners will get their leads at first and second. This one is lined into left center field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Rounding third, Turling. He will head home and score, and heading to second base will be Simon Schaefer. He will be credited with a double, and it is 1-0 Mount St. Joe on top. Third base hit now by the Lions. Turling able to score all the way from first base. Schaefer now 2 for 2. And here is Garrett Hogan. So for the second straight game, Mount St. Joe getting on top of the Quakers. Still just one away as Greavy comes set. Here's the pitch. And it's low for ball 1. Well, eventually the walk coming back to get you here in the third. Colin will come set. And the pitch. Low and inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Hogan was trying to get the save in game number 1 as we're going to have a visit to the mound. Hogan ends up losing game 1. Matt Mathias picked up the win in the first game, his 4th win of the season. And now they're going to try to settle Colin Greavy down a little bit here in the third. By the way, that Transylvania game, want to mark that down. That'll be a 4 o'clock start time. And then the Friday night matchup against Manchester, the first game will start at 6. Quick meeting broken up as Quakers trying to make sure this doesn't turn into a big inning against Colin Greavy. So after this one, 8 games remaining in the HCAC schedule. Hogan back up 0 for 1. Runners again at second and third. The stretch by Greavy. And the 2-0 pitch in there for a strike. Boy, sometimes pitchers trying to be a little too fine, and this coaching staff is very adamant about attacking the hitters. As Greavy again set to throw. Here's the 2-1 delivery. Took something off that one. That's a pretty good pitch right there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hogan, I think, looking fastball that time. 1 away, runners again at second and third. Greavy trying to get out of trouble. There's a right-hander now starting to throw in the Earlham bullpen. 2-2 pitch on the way. That one off his fist. The run will score. The throw to first by the shortstop Pensura is good, and it's now 2-0. Hogan able to battle that one enough to get it off his fist. Hunter able to score. Advancing on to third is Schaefer. Hogan will get credit for a run driven in. And now the Quakers down 2-0 as here is Bustamante stepping to the plate. The pitch. Fly ball into center field. Should be an easy one here for Isaiah Shake, and it is. And that will do it for Mount St. Joe here in the third. They do pick up 2 runs. We will head to the bottom half of inning number 3 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers trail it 2-0.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Earlham Baseball being brought to you by Jason Wise of Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. He has an idea for an alternative fundraiser for your school group or nonprofit. If you list, buy, or refer a customer and mention this promotion, he'll donate 10% of what he makes on the transaction to the school group or nonprofit of your choice in your name. Tell your friends, family, and colleagues to mention this offer when listing with Jason Wise at Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. Give him a call at 969-30-400. Head to the bottom of the third. It'll be Brian, Baker, and Jandro.
For the Quakers, number 2, Alec Bryan.
Now looking back at the results this year, I'm trying to look at all these games the Quakers have had. Close game scores early in the year. They got off to a great start as Alec will swing and foul this one away. Then things started getting a little bit closer. They lost to Heidelberg by 1. They beat Hanover in 11 innings 2-1. They beat DePauw 7-6. Check swing, and he went around 0-2. Then you beat Wabash 5-4. You beat Defiance 8-7. You come back and you beat Mount St. Joe by 1. There's been a lot of close games lately. That pitch got him looking. 3 and done there for Alec Bryan. There's one away. Third strikeout now by Shelton. And here's Kendall Baker.
Now batting the right fielder, number 1, Kendall Baker.
Baker now hitting in the number 9 hole. He had been there pretty much all year last year. And with Bryan having a pretty good game as that pitch in there for a strike, he had a pretty good game in the last game as Alec went 3 for 4. Now Kendall Baker hitting at 176. He has dropped below the Mendoza line. The pitch is outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. There you see Shelton. The 1-1 pitch. There's a strike. Well, this young man right here, he just gets and throws. Here's the 1-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Kendall Baker. We're going to have to go back and look and see how many games the Quakers have come from behind this year or won late in the ball game. There's just been a lot of them. Here's your break-even pitch. Boy, I tell you what, got him looking. You better come up and ready to swing the bat in this one. As Baker strikes out, that's 3 in a row now for Shelton. 2 away, and that'll bring up Jandro, the leadoff hitter. Mark's still looking for his first hit. He is 0 for 5 now in the 2 games. As Shelton's pitch misses inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Mark 0 for 1, tapped back to Shelton, his only time up. This is a fly ball into right center field. Coming over the center fielder, Turling, to make the catch. And the Quakers go down easily here in the third. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Mount St. Joe on top of this one, 2-0.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Head to the fourth inning, game number 2. Quakers down 2-0. As you see Colin Greavy getting those final warm-up tosses in. Quakers trying to sweep these two games, but the offense a little slow and getting going again here in game number 2. Bowman, Sackett, and Mueller all due up. Well, it's fun watching at least I think for the first year that they've done this, that things are as tight as they are in the HCAC. All these teams jockeying for position. 6 teams will qualify for the HCAC tournament. Bowman sacrificed his first time up. Boy, those are 2 big wins by Franklin. They won that first game rather easily. They were trailing in the second game earlier today and rallied to win. Here's the pitch. That one is hit well into left field. Alec Bryan looking up. That one is off the fence. Heading to second base will be Bowman with a double. And that one didn't miss by much from leaving this ballpark. So Bowman with the double, and that'll bring up Sackett. Hit number 4 now by Mount St. Joe. Sackett, of course, a left-handed hitter, only .325 down the right field line, would certainly have a chance here. Still a light breeze blowing from left to right. The stretch by Greavy, bunt is shown, and the pitch riding inside almost got a piece of Sackett. 1 ball, no strikes. Right now, the Lions trying to get another runner 90 feet away and make this a 3-0 ball game if possible. Greavy, a long look. Now you see Colin gets the sign as he comes set. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Bunted, third base side. This could be trouble. Greavy will have to hurry. Throw to first is in time, but a nice bunt by Sackett. He will get the sacrifice, the runner to third. There's one away. So good fundamental baseball by the Lions. And here's Brandon Mueller. There you see the umpire cleaning off around the pitching rubber. Mueller struck at his only time up back in the second inning. Now runner at third base, 1 away. Here's the pitch. That's a strike. Well, again, one thing about this home plate umpire, which I think is pretty good, he's in there calling strikes around the plate. You have to get up there and be ready to hit. Colin once again set to throw. Checks the runner at third. Here's the pitch. And that caught the outside corner for strike 2. Mueller back in as Colin. He stands off to the side of that rubber, as you see, gives him more chance to work the outside corner of the plate. Check swing, did he go around? The tag laid on, did he? They say no. And we'll go to 1-2. You take a look at Colin, you can see the umpire had come out and cleaned off the rubber that he stands all the way to the one side. Gives him a little more chance to work on the outside corner of the plate. Probably feels a little more comfortable right there. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way, missing low and inside, 2-2. Now I would be curious to see against a left-handed hitter, would he still stand on the outside portion or would he line up more in the middle? But against a right-handed hitter in the stretch, he's working from the very edge of that pitching rubber. You can see where his push-off foot is right there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the delivery on the way. It's off the end of the bat, foul. So Mueller stays alive here in the 4th inning. Mount St. Joe, if they could get a split right here, they'll go to 4-5 in the conference. As you see Mueller stepping back up. Here's the break-even pitch on the way, hit high in the air. Alec Bryan will give this one a look, and it will go out of play. And we'll stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, right now with Franklin and Anderson and Earlham at the top, you're still looking at Rose, Transy, Mount St. Joe, Bluffton, and Manchester all will be fighting for playoff spots down the stretch. Here is the 2-2 pitch on the way and got him looking. That's a pretty good pitch again. We've seen pitchers on both sides do a nice job here today of placing that baseball right where the catcher wants it, and that's exactly where Ian Bach wanted the baseball. So 2 away. Here's Turling, who walked and scored back in the 3rd inning. Greavy comes, set the pitch. And missing low, 1-0. Three strikeouts now by Colin Greavy. Turling will call time. Well, the wind has died down completely. It wasn't a real strong wind today, but when it was blowing, it was coming out of the west-southwest, but it is now pretty much non-existent as Greavy set to throw once again. Here's the pitch on the way, and the curveball stays high, 2-0. Bowman down at 3rd. The 2-0 pitch on the way, and that's in there for a strike. Turling, the number 9 hitter in the lineup. Here for Mount St. Joe, leading it 2-0. Greavy, you see, gets the sign as he's set to throw once again. 2 away. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. Pretty good cut that time by Turling. And we'll go to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Time called. Greavy is not a particularly fast worker overall. As he will get the side, runner at 3rd will get his lead. Here's the stretch again by Colin. He'll check the runner, the pitch, and he missed low. 3 balls, 2 strikes. We'll see who's going to guess right in this situation. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at 3rd. Here's the pitch. Popped him up. who's going to make the play. I don't think Ian knows where it's at. The first baseman coming over, and that's going to fall foul as Dopp thought that Bach saw it. Generally what will happen right there is the catcher can't see it or locate the baseball. Someone in the infield will point to it. I'm not sure that even Danny Dopp clearly saw where that baseball was. That would have been a tough play for Ian to make, no matter even if he did locate it. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Colin trying to get out of the inning right here. Here's the stretch by the right-hander. The pitch is on the way. That one's high in the air again. Nobody knows where it is except maybe Dre Davis, and Davis will come in and make the catch. Pinsur had no idea where it was, and I know it disappeared once it got above the lights. That will do it for Mount St. Joe here in the 4th inning. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Mount St. Joe 2, Earlham nothing. This is Earlham Baseball, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Our community, it's where we live, it's where we work, it's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
Shelton get his final warm-up tosses. We will move to the bottom of the 4th inning. It'll be Robertson, Dopp, and Shake. We go back to that last half inning. Those 2 fly balls in the infield, the one that fell foul, they were hard to see. I'll tell you why, I tried to watch the one go up, and it just simply disappeared. I know Pinsur lost the one that was eventually caught by Dre Davis. That pitch is inside 1-0. Don't generally see that with a night game like it is tonight. A lot of times you'll see that in a high sky during the day, as that's a swing and a miss. Robertson 0 for 1, flew out to right field. That's a strike. Well, right now, Shelton, he's in a pretty good rhythm right at this point. He gets the baseball, gets the sign, and throws. Soft roller toward the shortstop. Hogan charging, tried to barehand it, and that'll be an infield base hit by Robertson. Quakers picking up just their 2nd hit. Well, one thing for sure, Earlham is not exactly crushing the baseball here tonight. Here's Danny Dopp. Again, they did just enough in game 1, including those 3 hits in the 9th inning. But other than that, they had the 1 extra base hit by Pinsura. Just not really hitting the ball very hard. Shelton. Time called. Danny 0 for 1. Again, drove in the winning run in the first game in the bottom of the 9th inning. The pitch hit foul. Dopp probably had his best 2-game stretch against Defiance. Throw to first, not in time. No balls and a strike. The stretch by Shelton. Here's the pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Good pitch again by Shelton. And Dopp finds himself down to the count of no balls and 2 strikes. Again, a quick throw to first. Robertson. Again, the team's leading stolen base performer so far this year. 2 more stolen bases in game 1. Getting close to the 30 stolen base mark. Is that pitch in there for a strike? And Danny Dopp will get caught looking. So there's one away. And you see the catcher Bowman out to talk now with Shelton. Shake struck out in the second inning. 5 strikeouts now by Shelton. That was one area of concern for this Earlham baseball team, and the hitting side was the amount of strikeouts the Quakers had per game. That number was cut down pretty dramatically in the matchup against Defiance. Stretch again by Shelton and a throw to first, not in time. Quakers are averaging nearly 7 strikeouts per game coming into this 2-game set. One away as we play here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Quakers down 2-0. Here's the pitch on the way. Pop this one up. Second baseman Schaefer. And Schaefer will make the catch. And there's 2 away. Here's Davis.
Stepping up to the plate, number 26, Trey Davis.
Catcher out again. That's Bowman talking with Shelton. Dre singled in the second inning. Advanced to second on a pass ball by the catcher Bowman. And so now Davis will step to the plate here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Shelton again, a long look this time into Bowman. Now gets set. Here's the pitch. Bouncing away from Bowman. That'll be a wild pitch. And so now the Quakers have a runner at second base here in the 4th inning. That is the first wild pitch called against Shelton here tonight. Now the Quakers have a runner in scoring position. The stretch. Shelton takes a look at second base twice, and the pitch is up high. 2 balls, no strikes. Robertson has been known to steal third. Keep an eye on him. Pitch is low, 3-0. Well, from a control standpoint, there you see Shelton. This is really the first time that he struggled with his control. The pitch on the way, and he misses outside for ball 4. So now runners at first and second for Ian Bach. Ian is 0 for 1.
At bat, number 5, Ian Bach.
There is Ian, a right-handed hitter. See if he can keep this inning going. Shelton will check the runner at second. The pitch on the way, and right now Shelton having a tough time finding that strike zone. Robertson down at second base. 2 away, Davis at first. Here's the 1-0 pitch. High and outside, 2-0. Don't be surprised if Bowman would go out and talk with Shelton again, just try to settle him down. He's got 2 away here in the inning. Quakers trying to get on the board here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch. Off the end of the bat, foul. Good cut by Ian, and he knew he didn't miss it by much. 2-1. Ian got a base hit in game number 1. Now 1 for 5 in the 2-game set. The stretch again by Shelton, and he'll spin and look the runner back to second base. I said a couple of moments ago, it's no mystery that Addison Robertson has been known to steal third a time or two. You got a right-handed hitter in there. It's a tough situation for Bowman behind the plate. There he goes. The pitch is high and outside. The throw to third gets by the third baseman, Rothwell. And scoring will be Robertson. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. Well, it wasn't a very good pitch for the catcher Bowman to handle. But that's what speed will do for you. And Robertson, another stolen base. Earlham gets on the board as Davis. It was not a double steal. Davis advancing on the throw. Here's the runner taking off again. The pitch is high and inside. No throw, and that'll be an easy stolen base for Dre Davis. Now runners at first and third. That'll be the second walk in the inning, and now a visit to the mound. Boy, it's amazing to be sailing along as Shelton had been through the first 3 innings, and though the Quakers have picked up just 1 base hit in this inning, they've come right back to make this a 2-1 ball game and making things rough on the right-hander Shelton. Pinsura is next, as you see Pinsura there with the home plate umpire. And the meeting broken up now for Shelton. There is no one throwing right now in the Mount St. Joe bullpen. If you're a pitcher, sometimes you look down there and you think, boy, there's somebody throwing. I better get this thing turned around pretty quick, or it might be a short night, but they're going to show some faith here in Shelton. Pinsura struck out back in the second inning. Keep an eye on Ian Bach down at first. Quakers may try to run again. The stretch by Shelton. And the pitch on the way is in there for a strike. Earlham able to score runs without getting a ton of hits, and that's something that we have seen time and time again this season. Here's the 0-1. Runner will take off. The pitch in there for a strike. They'll throw right back to the pitcher as Shelton looking the runner back to third. And so now runners at second and third for Earlham. See if Pinsura can come up with a base hit right here. 2 away in the bottom of the 4th inning. The pitch up high. One ball, 2 strikes. The stretch by Shelton. Here's the delivery on the way. Swung on and missed, and the Quakers will leave 2 runners in scoring position in the bottom half of the 4th inning. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Mount St. Joe 2, Earlham 1.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com.
Well, Earlham leaving a couple of runners in scoring position in the fourth inning. We will head to inning number 5. And for Mount St. Joe, it'll be Rothwell, Hunter, and Schaefer all due up. And Colin Greavy at times has looked pretty good tonight. Other times, his control lacking. Saw that in the third inning. Got a little bit of trouble in the fourth before finally pitching his way out of that situation. But Earlham's offense still struggling a little bit here in the second game. Earlham managing just 2 base hits now through 4. So Colin will get his final warm-up toss, and we're ready to go once again here in the 5th. Rothwell is 0 for 2. He's now 0 for 7 in the 2 games set now against Earlham pitching. So Colin ready to go to work here in the 5th inning as he gets the sign from Bach, and the pitch on the way. He is outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Rothwell, he has struggled a little bit here in these 2 games. Pretty good hitter, though, at the top of their order. Here's your 1-0. Here's a strike. One ball and 1 strike. Greavy with the break-even pitch on the way, missing low as that one bouncing in front of Ian. And we'll go to 2 balls and a strike. If you're planning on going to Franklin on Saturday, here's the 2-1 pitch. Popped up foul, and that'll go behind Ian as he'll take a long look, and that'll go out of play. Want to remind you again that the doubleheader of Game 1 will start at noon down in Franklin. So you're probably about a noon and a 3:30, 3:45 for the doubleheader. Hopefully, and we just had a string of bad weather to deal with. Hopefully on Saturday it'll be nice. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now to Rothwell. Greavy once again with a pitch on the way. Got him swinging. 1 away. And that'll bring up Nathan Hunter. 4 strikeouts now by Colin Greavy.
With 1 out, now batting number 6, Nathan Hunter.
Hunter has been hit twice. Greavy keeps trying to pitch him inside and has hit him both times. Colin set to throw, and this pitch is on the way, and that bounces. 1 ball, no strikes. Hunter coming into this one, hitting well over 300. Here's the 1-0 pitch. 2-0. We had mentioned earlier, looks like that may be Jordan Christian who is throwing in the Earlham bullpen. Looks like he is back up again. Time is called as just when we talked about Jordan, the ball gets loose from the bullpen. Cold night here once again as pitchers, I venture to say, will have a difficult time as we go later into the evening gripping that baseball. Here's the 2-0 delivery on the way, foul tipped and held on. And we'll go to 2-1. That's why we were talking about it earlier in this game. For guys like Colin Greavy, they really want some warm weather to work with. Here's the 2-1 pitch, popped up. Down the line, Baker giving chase, and that will fall out of play. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now to Nathan Hunter. Quakers didn't even get very warm weather a few weeks ago when they went to Florida. That was the March 13th through 16th trip. It wasn't even exactly very warm down there, so they haven't had a chance to play in very many warm games. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way. Got him looking. Well, the hitter Nathan Hunter said that pitch was up around the letters, but so far that has been called pretty consistently so far here tonight.
Let's go away at bat number 3, Simon Schaefer.
I'd go back up there again as long as you're going to get the call as Schaefer steps to the plate. Schaefer 2 for 2, including a double that nearly got out of here his last time up. The pitch on the way is a breaking ball in there for a strike. Schaefer now 2 for 7 over the 2 games. That pitch bouncing. In fact, it went right in front of the plate. Had to go about 59 feet right there for Colin Greavy. 1 ball and 1 strike. That might be a case right there. Again, you watch the pitcher go back and try to blow on that right hand and try to get it warmed up a little bit. I just don't think the grip is going to be real good. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way. That's fouled off. And we'll go to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Of course, the hitters have to adjust as well, hitting with a bat that, boy, if you don't hit it just right, even on a wooden bat or an aluminum bat, the thing can shake and really do a number on your hands depending on where you get it. Here's your 1-2 pitch on the way. Now 2 bouncing. Now that bounced and hit him, so that means Schaefer heads down to first base. So that'll be the 3rd hit batsman of the night. So now the Lions will have a man on, and that'll bring up Garrett Hogan. Looking at Greavy, again, you can see him once in a while blowing on that pitching hand. And again, he doesn't hold the baseball in that glove until right at the very last second. Pitch on the way is in there for a strike. Some pitchers like to hide that baseball the entire time. You see Greavy, he holds it right there, and he'll get his grip once he gets into the glove. The stretch by Colin. Here's the pitch on the way, and that's a strike. Tell you what, you better be ready to hit. This guy behind the plate's calling just about everything if it's close. Hogan is 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. 2 away here in the 5th inning. Quakers down 2-1. Second 1-run ball game we've had so far. The pitch. That's going to be tapped toward the shortstop, Pinsura. Should have been easy play, but a low throw, and he is safe. Maybe a little too easy. And that'll be an error on Pinsura. And the inning will stay alive now for Mount St. Joe. Here's Jose Bustamante.
At bat number 13, Jose Bustamante.
Bustamante singled in the 2nd, flew out in the 3rd. Quakers now with their 5th error over the 2 games. Now time is called. Well, boy, you see way too many times where a situation like this, you potentially get the final out of the inning, and how many times you'll see another team come right back and maybe score 1 or 2 with 2 outs after the error. The stretch again and the pitch. Hit foul. Bustamante able to slap that one out of play. One you hate a 2 for a pitcher like Colin Greavy, who should have been out of the inning now, having to come back and throw more pitches in this inning. Time called once again. As you see, Colin had Ian Bach go through the series of signs once again, now set to throw. The pitch on the way, and it's a breaking ball that caught the outside corner, 0-2. Boy, if you're a pitcher, you love this. You're getting those outside corners, even the black of the plate. If you're a hitter, you really have to stand in and protect. anything close, and Earlham is certainly a team that is well aware you don't want the umpire to have the final say. That's hit foul. Bustamante had a pretty good cut again. That's where the Quakers at one point had all those strikeouts. They were striking out more than it seemed like in a one period of time, more than 7 times a game, and they finally just said you can't leave that up to the umpire to make that call in a close pitch. You got to get up there and ready to be aggressive and hit the baseball. No balls, 2 strikes. And got him. So nothing heard by the air other than a couple of extra pitches by Colin Greavy. We will head to the bottom half of the 5th inning on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers down 2-1.
Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft-Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Earlham Baseball being brought to you tonight by Chef KC, located at 1301 South L Street here in Richmond. Catering for all events or occasions, personal chef and traveling barbecue service, carry out and delivery is available. Chef KC, 1301 South L Street in Richmond.
Number 2, Alec Bryan.
Alec Bryan will lead things off here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Brian Baker and Jandros, the Quakers trail at 2-1. Shelton back in for another inning of work. The Mount St. Joe bullpen very quiet for the moment as the right-hander's first pitch is low and outside, 1-0. Alex struck out looking his first time up in the 3rd inning. That pitch in there for strike 1. Well, hitters will have to adjust. A lot of guys will end up maybe taking just a little bit more of a step toward the plate on those pitches that are low and outside, as that pitch is low, 2 balls and a strike, and knowing that the umpire is calling those pitches on the outside either way, you have to be ready to adjust as well. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Big cut and a miss, 2-2. Bottom of the order here for the Quakers, 0 for 4, 4 strikeouts here in game number 2. Break-even pitch is on the way, and there's another strikeout. So the Quakers now, through 7 and 9, they have 5 strikeouts. There's one away.
With one out, now batting number 1, Kendall Baker.
7 strikeouts now by Shelton. Kendall Baker caught looking back in the 3rd inning. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss. And right now, Shelton has Earlham's number between Pensur, Bryan, and Baker. Shelton with the high leg kick and the pitch, hit foul. No balls and 2 strikes now to Kendall Baker. You talk with Coach Sack, and the one thing he'll tell you about Kendall is he just still thinks he's pressing a little bit, trying to do too much. The senior out of Richmond, as you see Bowman setting up on the outside corner. He tried to frame that ball back inside, but a little bit too far. And the count will go to 1-2. Nice try, though, by Bowman. The 1-2 pitch on the way, and it's low and outside, 2-2. Well, you don't fault Shelton right there, trying to go back to the outside and get Baker for the second time tonight. The break-even pitch got him. Too close to let go by, as we've said before, as Baker will strike out looking for the second time. That is now 8 strikeouts by Shelton. Jandro is 0 for 2. He'll step to the plate, the leadoff hitter for the Quakers. So now 6 strikeouts between 7, 8, and 9 for the Quakers here in game number 2. As you see, Shelton set to throw again, and that pitch is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Two away here in the bottom of the 5th inning. That pitch just off the plate, 2-0. Brandon Shelton also playing a little infield for Mount St. Joe. They've got a couple of players that, is that pitch in there for a strike, that only pitch will play on the infield. Saw their closer in game number 1, who's their starting shortstop in Hogan. 2 balls and 1 strike. And the pitch. Low and outside, 2-2. The pitch is swung on, and a fly ball into shallow left field. Going out will be the shortstop. That'll be Hogan to make the catch. And the Quakers go down easily in the bottom half of the 5th inning. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Mount St. Joe on top of this one, 2-1.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto, in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians, and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf, and I approve this message.
Well, this game in many ways taking on the way game number 1 was played, where Mount St. Joe got out to a 3-0 lead. Quakers came back, got 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning, and neither team really exploding offensively, where the Quakers then eventually won the ball game in the bottom of the 9th inning by a final of 4-3. As you see Colin Greavy again getting his final warm-up tosses. He will face Bowman, Sackett, and Mueller here in the top of inning number 6. Quakers have been involved in how many one-run finals? Let's see here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 one-run games. Most of those have come in the last month or so. So Bowman steps in, and the first pitch by Greavy is a called strike. Bowman sacrifice in the second, doubled in the 4th. There's a nice pitch. And quickly 0-2. Bowman taking his time before he gets back in, as Greavy, see Greavy shaking off a couple of signs right there, now ready to throw. Here's the pitch. Foul tipped, held on, and that'll do it for Bowman. 1 away here in the 6th inning. 7 strikeouts now by Greavy.
With one down, now batting number 26, Darren Sackett.
Here's Sackett. Well, both pitchers have gotten through some tough spots here tonight. Left-handed hitter Sackett steps in. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Sackett grounded out in the second inning, a sacrifice in the fourth. Now, Greavy, of course, with another cold night like tonight, probably does take a little bit to get himself limbered up even here in the 6th inning. The pitch. Here's a strike. Oh, we talked about that earlier. That's the tough thing when you're into spring. We're almost to the end of April. That pitch just inside. Two balls and a strike. And now to Sackett. The 2-1 pitch. And drops in for a strike, and that'll even things up at 2-2. The break-even pitch on the way got him swinging. Now he's starting to roll here in the 6th inning. 8 strikeouts now for Colin Greavy. And here's Mueller. Mueller has struck out twice. Mueller again steps in from the right side as Greavy set to throw, and this is a high fly ball into left field. Bryan is there, and he will make the catch, and that's going to do it in the top of the 6th inning for Mount St. Joe. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Mount St. Joe leads this one 2-1.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hope, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
we got this.
Hi, this is Steve Funkhauser, and I was talking to someone the other day about how friendly and professional the crew at Jiffy Lube is, and they said, "You are always so upbeat. I'm going to call you Mr. Positive." And so now I am Mr. Positive. And I want you to know how proud I am of you and that you are doing a great job today. And hey, do something nice for somebody. Make somebody smile. Smiles are contagious, you know. I want you to have a great day and the horse you rode in on. Jiffy Lube. Fast, friendly, professional. I'm Mr. Positive, and I approve this message.
We'll see if this Quaker offense can get rolling as we move to the bottom of the 6th inning. It'll be Robertson. Addison will swing and miss. Robertson 1 for 2 of the runs, scored a stolen base, picked up a base hit in the 4th inning. Ground ball foul. No balls, 2 strikes. I'm going to set up on the outside corner, and Shelton misses 1 and 2. Eight strikeouts now by Shelton and 8 strikeouts by Colin Greavy. The 1-2 pitch, and they'll throw down to first. It'll be a strikeout throw out unless he walked right there, got hit. Looks like he may be struck out. I don't know why Robertson decided to trot on down to first base, but there's 1 away. Leaves you guessing sometimes when he just kept on going. So Robertson strikes out. Again, it'll be a strikeout throw out for out number 1, and that'll bring up Danny Dopp. Danny 0 for 2, including a strikeout his last time up. So now 9 strikeouts by Shelton. And there's a swing by Dopp. 3 out of the last 4 hitters for the Quakers have struck out. 4 out of the last 5. There's a swing and a miss. Boy, you hear a little pop there for Shelton. Quakers still just 2 hits here in the 6th inning. Here's the pitch. Just outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, maybe the Quakers want to wait until the bottom of the 9th inning, do it again. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Well, awful close. Shelton thought he had a strikeout right there. We'll go to 2 balls, 2 strikes. One away here in the bottom of inning number 6. Here's the pitch. Soft tap over the mound. Coming and charging will be Hogan. He tries to barehand it. That's the second time we've seen Hogan try to barehand it. Really had no chance. 3rd hit, another infield base hit for the Quakers. In fact, it was Robertson who got an infield base hit back in the 4th inning. So 2 out of the 3 hits for the Quakers have been infield base hits, and here is Isaiah Shake. Isaiah 0 for 2, struck out back in the 2nd inning and flew out in the 4th. The stretch by Shelton, the pitch. Yeah, that's a strike. Catcher going to go out and talk a little bit here as Bowman and Shelton getting together. A lot of times when that happens, if catcher getting crossed up by the pitcher, they'll make sure they're on the same page. As now Bowman back behind the plate. Here we go. No balls and a strike. The stretch once again by Shelton in the pitch. Well, I tell you what, Isaiah way off balance on that swing. He's quickly down in the count of no balls and 2 strikes. Quakers just having a real rough time getting this offense rolling. The 0-2 pitch. It's low. And we'll go to 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes. Runner at first base. That is Danny Dopp. The stretch again by Shelton. And the pitch on the way, and it's low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, the catcher holding onto the baseball, Bowman, for quite some time before he got it back to Shelton. I think Shelton thought he had a strike right there. Pitchers have to adjust as well, but they just want consistency. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. That's a little bit high. So full count. Throw to first, and a very close play as Danny got a decent lead down at first base, gets back in time. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Isaiah Shake back in as Shelton now gets the sign, will come set. And a throw to first, they got him this time, or did they? Nope, he got back in time. That was closer than the last one. And now Bowman out to talk with Shelton again. Boy, it looked like Danny was leaning down at first base, and that was a pretty good move that time by Shelton. Now Bowman back, 3 balls, 2 strikes, and again 1 away. The stretch and the pitch. Swing and a miss, and Isaiah strikes out. Unofficially now 10 strikeouts by Shelton. 2 away, and here is Dre Davis.
With grounds now batting number 26, Dre.
That man right there, Shelton, 10 Ks tonight from Mount St. Joe. And now Davis steps to the plate. He's 1 for 1 with a walk. The stretch and the pitch popped him up, and it goes foul. I'm going to try to find it here. We tried to get some stats earlier from Mount St. Joe. We'll try to check it again. It would not come up a little bit ago. That pitch is in there for a strike, 0-2. I think this young man right here, he really hasn't thrown a whole lot. Here we go. Now I think it may come to us. Throw to first, not in time. Yeah, by the way, Shelton, this is only his 6th appearance of the year, as that one is fouled away. Coming into this one, 11 1/3 innings, and he has had his troubles. 16 runs, 10 of those earned, 15 strikeouts. He almost has matched his season total in this one game. 13 walks and a 7.94 ERA. That ball hit up the middle. Here is Hogan. He'll step on the bag, and that's going to do it for the Quakers here in the 6th inning. We head to the 7th. Earlham continues to struggle offensively. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Mount St. Joe leads this one 2-1.
Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, mancinosofrichmond.com. New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of the serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
Jordan Christian will be the new pitcher for the Quakers, so Colin Greavy done after 6 innings, but he did finish strong, striking out 3 out of the last 4 hitters he faced. And for Jordan, entering today's contest, Jordan making his 11th appearance, 19 innings so far this year, giving up 15 hits, 10 runs, 8 earned, 15 strikeouts, and 11 walks. He is 1-1 on the year with an ERA of 3.79. So he will face Turling at the bottom of the order, followed by Rothwell and Hunter. Well, the pitching overall has been okay today for the Quakers, just nothing hitting-wise. Turling is 0 for 1. And the pitch by Christian is outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Turling walked and scored back in the 3rd inning. There's a strike. Jordan out of Richmond. Working Working out of the stretch. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's in there for a strike, 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery on the way, and it's low, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The break-even pitch on the way, right back to Jordan, who will snag that one and lob it on to first, and there is one away. And we'll head to the top of the order now in Rothwell.
Now batting number 23, Roman Rothwell.
5 in a row set down now by Earlham pitching as Rothwell stepped to the plate. He is 0 for 3. As Jordan again will come set, and the pitch on the way is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's down the line and foul. And that'll even the count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Rothwell back in as Jordan will come set. And the pitch. Took something off that one. Rothwell way out in front. We'll go to 1-2. Rothwell has struck out twice. So Greavy done for the day. Again, 8 strikeouts through 6 innings. Ground ball to the shortstop, Pinsura. This time a strike to first, 2 away. Here's Nathan Hunter.
With 2 outs, now batting number 6, Nathan Hunter.
Hunter's been hit by a pitch twice, both those by Greavy. Struck out looking back in the 5th inning, so this will be his first look. Now at Jordan Christian. The pitch on the way is in there for a strike. Caught the outside corner. Combined 7 hits and just 3 runs here in game number 2. The 0-1. Low and outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Lions trying to get to the 500 mark overall and also try to pick up their 4th win in the conference. Here's your 1-1 pitch. There's another strike. Good job again by Jordan. He caught the outside corner again. And Hunter down to 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. And we'll go to 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. And the break-even pitch on the way, grounded again to the shortstop, Pensura. And that'll do it for the top of the 7th inning. As for the 2nd straight inning, Mount St. Joe will go down 1-2-3. We will head to the bottom half of the 7th on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Mount St. Joe on top of this one, 2-1.
The Purdue Polytechnic Institute in Richmond is part of a statewide network that offers the same technology degrees available in West Lafayette. The benefit of earning your degree at the Richmond location is that the campus is small enough to provide you with dedicated one-to-one attention while you earn your degree from Purdue University. Purdue Polytechnic of Richmond. Give them a call at 973-8228 or go to their website for more information at polytechnic.purdue.edu.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
Well, we've been saying it pretty much all night long so far. The Quakers still trying to get that offense rolling here in game number 2, and that just has not been the case. Ian Bach will lead things off. Ian so far tonight, he is 0 for 1 with a walk. He'll take that first pitch low for a ball. Quakers again won game 1 by scoring 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning. There's a swing and a miss. But they have not mastered that guy right there as Shelton continues to throw well. 10 strikeouts through 6 innings. 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch. Outside, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch, lined and just out of the reach of the shortstop Hogan into left center field. Heading to second base as Ian will slide in and be in with a double. So good start here for the Quakers in the 7th inning as Ian Bach will get the double. Here's Pinsura. Now activity in the Mount St. Joe bullpen. Quakers may look at a pinch runner at second base. May have a few changes coming up. It looks like, well, we've started to see Corey Arnold swinging a bat. Pinsura is due up. We saw this change in game number 1 as James Grace will pinch run at second base. So Grace here in the 7th will take over at second base. Pinsura now will step up. As we said, there's activity in the Mount St. Joe bullpen. They don't want another one to get away. The stretch. Pinsura showing bunt. He'll bunt at first base side and diving, and it's going to be not caught, and then they throw it away. A run will score as Grace crosses the plate, and the Quakers have tied this ball game at 2 apiece. Near great catch by the first baseman, Mueller, but then he threw to first base with Schaefer covering and threw it away. So that'll be an error, though, on the first baseman. Now you see the catcher Bowman out to talk with Shelton. Quakers able to tie it at 2 apiece with Grace scoring from second base. And now we're going to have a visit to the mound. And we got people moving everywhere. I'm not sure that the left-hander is ready to go yet for Mount St. Joe, as that's, again, a very slow walk to the mound. The entire infield coming in as well. They want to give their left-hander a chance to get going. Alec Bryan is due up next. We saw Corey Arnold a couple of moments ago in, well, close to the on-deck circle. He might be next as everybody jockeying for position on what they want to try to do. Well, the meeting is now broken up, but they're going to go to the bullpen anyway. So they gave him a little bit of extra time. We'll tell you about the new pitcher coming up in just a couple of moments. Quakers able to come back, tie this ball game at 2 apiece. This is Earlham Baseball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Finding a used car dealership you can trust is not an easy thing to do, but for me, the choice was an easy one. I went to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond. I purchased my last 2 cars from Tony's and couldn't be happier with the service. They didn't pressure me, and they worked with me through the entire process. If you're in the market for a great used vehicle, get to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond, 250 National Road West, or give them a call at 962-5665. Or go to their website, tonyscarsales.com. Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120.
Left-hander Wyatt Myers will take over. There you see Myers. Corey Arnold, we said, was up. He is in the on-deck circles. He may be hitting for Kendall Baker. See if we can find some numbers here for Myers, the relief pitcher from Mount St. Joe. This is his 11th appearance, 19 innings, giving up 25 hits, 8 runs, 6 earned, 15 strikeouts, and 7 walks. He is 1-1 on the year with an ERA of 2.84. So he is getting his final warm-up tosses. And it looks like he is ready to go as well. Quakers able to manufacture a run here in the 7th inning thanks to the double by Ian Bach. Pinsor able to reach base. Here is Alec Bryan. See Alec coming up here in a couple of moments, but again, there's a look at Myers, the left-hander. Runner at second base, Pinsura. It's going to be Pinsura at second. Again, we go back to the pinch runner as Grace able to score. As that one will be bunted foul. No balls and a strike. Well, Earlham, another game in which they come from behind. First baseman playing in close. Here's the stretch, and Bryan will punt it in the air. Boy, got to get that ball down. Mueller really coming in close. You can see him standing right there. He may back up now. Looks like he will. They may take the bunt off right here. So now the Quakers have the go-ahead run standing down at second base. Alec Bryan steps back in as the pitch by Myers. They'll show bunt again. It's up high, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The stretch once again by Myers. A check of the runner at second, and the pitch on the way, bunted first base side. The only play they can make is at first base, coming over Schaefer. And so Alec Bryan does his job. So with 1 away, here's Corey Arnold.
Coming for the Quakers, number 18, Corey Arnold.
There they announce Corey Arnold. So now the Quakers have the go-ahead run, standing down at third base, one away. And Arnold hit here in the seventh inning. That one hit foul. There's Corey Arnold. No balls and a strike as Myers will come set. The infield is in. Here's the pitch. Hit foul. Good cut again by Arnold. But now down to the count of no balls and 2 strikes. Now we'll have another visit to the mound as you see Bowman out to talk with Myers. Quakers trying to take the lead here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Infield stays in as Myers gets the sign from Bowman, and the pitch. Boy, another good cut as Arnold sends that one into the screen. And we will stay at 0-2. Pansura down at third, giving a Quakers a chance to take the lead. Here's the stretch, time called. The stretch by Myers. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball stays up high. Mount St. Joe thought they had a strike right there. Arnold stepping out as he has now the count of 1 ball, 2 strikes. Myers once again set to throw and got him looking. Pretty good pitch by Myers as Arnold will strike out here in the 7th inning. That's the 11th strikeout now by Mount St. Joe pitching. Third looking at the number 9 hole tonight for the Quakers. Here is Mark Gendreau. So now Gendreau steps to the plate. He's 0 for 3. Myers trying to shut the door here in this inning. The pitch. Low and inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Gendreau, you see right there, right-handed hitter. Stretch once again by Myers. The lead at third, and the pitch is popped up. Center fielder there to make the catch, as that'll do it for the Quakers here in the 7th inning. But they do tie the ball game. We will head to the top of the 8th on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. We're tied at 2 apiece. This is Earlham Baseball on Radio Troy Digital Sport.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing Plumbing today at 966-0994. For over a century, Richmond Power & Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power & Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power & Light. Together we make powerful partners.
Well, kind of a surprise move here for the Quakers. Walter Talcott will come in and pitch here in the 8th inning. Walter, hair and all, you see him right there. He very rarely
Catcher for the Quakers, number 17, Josh Wilson. And now in right field, number 2,
throws in relief. This is going to be his first relief appearance of the year, his 7th appearance overall, 45 innings. 42 hits, 12 runs, 8 earned, 48 strikeouts, just 2 walks, an ERA of 1.60. He's 5-0 on the year. Again, Walter, his first relief appearance. New catcher again for the Quakers as well. As Earlham will make the double switch right here, we will see Josh Wilson take over behind the plate. Ian Bach done for the day. So Walter will see some action here tonight. Walter set to throw as the right-hander from Lafayette. And his first pitch is grounded hard to the third baseman, takes it on the hop. Gendro's throw to first, and there's one away. Here's Hogan. The pitch on the way is hit foul. No balls and a strike. Swing and a miss. Good fastball. Hogan 0 for 3. He has driven in a run. No balls and 2 strikes. Walter, as time is called, and you see Hogan stepping out, one away again here in the top of the 8th inning. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Walter loses his hat once again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Talcott chance perhaps to get a win here tonight. Would it be his 6th of the season? Here's your 1-2 pitch, grounded to the right side. The second baseman, Davis, on to first, 2 away. There are 2 pitchers now warming up in the bullpen now for Earlham. And that'll bring up now Jose Bustamante. Bustamante so far tonight, 0 for 3, actually 0 for 4. Did reach base in the 5th inning. The pitch on the way is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Walter's not going to be able to keep that hat on. He would already be named to the all-hair team if there was one. He, by the way, did. That one is going to be hit into left field and coming over near the line. And did he make the catch? That's going to be a foul ball. As Alec Bryan trying to make the catch in left field. But the umpire says that is going to be a foul ball, so we'll come back and try it again. 1 ball and 1 strike. By the way, Andrew McFadden is now in left field, so that's McFadden, not Bryan. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way, hit foul. We'll go to 1-2. So Quakers make a defensive change in left field as well. Here's your 1-2 pitch. Hit foul. Alec Bryant, by the way, now in right field with Kendall Baker out of the ball game. So Quakers making all kinds of changes here defensively in the 8th inning. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch on the way, swing and a miss. We head to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Walter Talcott doing his job in relief. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, we're tied at 2 apiece. This is Earlham Baseball, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Both starters are long gone as we will head down to the bottom of the 8th inning. Quakers will now look to Addison Robertson to lead things off against Myers, the left-hander. It'll be Robertson, Dopp, and Shake. Robertson, one of the 5 hits for the Quakers here tonight. That came back in the 4th inning. He scored one of Earlham's 2 runs tonight. And Myers' first pitch in there for a strike. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and missed. And it's quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 0-2. Two runs, 4 hits, and no errors for Mount St. Joe. 2-5-1 for Earlham. Popped him up, and that'll sail out of play. Handel stayed 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That'll be chopped foul to the right side. Check swing that time by Robertson. The 1-2 once again. Hit foul. Good battle here for Robertson. Now the 1-2 pitch. High and outside, 2-2. The 2-2 delivery on the way. This one will be golfed toward the second baseman as Schaefer makes the catch, and there's one away. Here's Danny Dopp.
With one out now batting, number 7, Danny Dopp.
Danny 1 for 3, got that infield base hit his last time up. That pitch low and inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Quakers again tonight have struck out 11 times here in the second game against Mount St. Joe pitching. A 1-1 pitch high and outside, 2 balls and a strike. Here's the 2-1. Got just a piece of it. We'll go to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tied at 2 apiece as we play here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Quakers trying to get that go-ahead run on base. Here's your 2-2 pitch outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Dopp, the number 3 hitter, again came up with that big hit in Game 1 in the bottom of the 9th inning, in which the Quakers rallied to win it 4-3. Hit foul. Another good cut by Dopp. Three balls, 2 strikes. Myers ready to go once again, and he got him. And 2 away. That is now 12 strikeouts.
Now batting number 33, Isaiah.
That'll bring up Isaiah Shake. Well, Myers throwing well here in relief. And his first pitch is outside, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch hit foul. Count is even, a 1 ball and 1 strike. Shake struck out back in the second, flew out in the 4th, and struck out in the 6th inning. Ground ball to the right side, Schaefer. The second baseman throws to first, and the Quakers go down easily here in the bottom of the 8th inning. We will head to the top of inning number 9 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Quakers and Lions tied at 2 apiece.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
Quakers go back to their bullpen. We will see their closer as Spencer Owen will come in for the Quakers. Spencer this year making his 13th appearance. That is second on the team to Matt Mathias. This will be only, in fact, he doesn't throw very many innings for sure. Only 10 2/3 innings, 11 hits, 6 runs, all earned, 18 strikeouts and 7 walks. He is 2-1 on the year, 4 saves, and an ERA of 5.06. So we will head to the top of the 9th inning. Bowman scheduled to lead things off. Bowman, the senior out of Harrison, Ohio, now steps in. He will face Spencer Owen for the first time tonight. The pitch, that'll bounce away from Wilson, the catcher. 1 ball, no strikes. Bowman doubled back in the 4th. The pitch, hit foul. The 1-1 pitch low and inside, 2 balls and a strike. Spencer set to throw, and that pitch is inside, 3-1. Here's the wind and the 3-1 delivery on the way. That's hit well into left center field. That could be extra bases. McFadden able to cut it off before it gets to the warning track. Heading to second will be Bowman, his second double of the ball game. And there's your go-ahead run here in the 9th inning. And now a visit to the mound.
26, Darren Sackett.
So good piece of hitting by Bowman as Sackett set to come to the plate. If you're Sackett, you want to get that runner to third. So I don't think there's any doubt about it that we'll see Sackett. He sacrificed back in the 4th inning. So he was able to lay down the bunt then. He'll probably do the same thing right here. Josh Wilson flashing a series of signs behind the plate as now you'll see the left-handed hitter step to the plate. And we'll go through the signs once again as time is called, and now we'll see Wilson go out and talk with his right-hander Spencer Owen. Each team now with 5 hits, 2 doubles on the night in Game 2 by Bowman, and he now represents the go-ahead run down at second base. Danny Dopp a few steps in at first. The third baseman, Jandro, also in front of the bag. The stretch by Owen. The pitch on the way, bunted third base side. Excellent bunt. Wilson, his throw to first is off the mark. So now runners at first and third. They're going to go ahead and give him a hit. That was going to be close nonetheless. So now runners at first and third.
40, Mueller.
Here's Mueller. Hit number 6 now by the Lions. And now you see Mueller step to the plate. Now Spencer Owen trying to get the Quakers out of trouble now here in the top of the 9th inning. What will Mueller do? Here's the pitch. Good breaking ball in there for a strike. Well, he's no doubt hitting all the way. Mueller 0 for 3, though. He struck out twice. He takes a step out, looks back into the Mount St. Joe dugout. Infield is now in. The stretch and the pitch. That one hit well, but foul. Boy, look out if you're down at third base. That was Bowman. That ball was ripped off the bat of Mueller. No balls and 2 strikes. Spencer Owen now comes set. Runners will get their leads at first and third. Time called again. Mentioned Mueller 0 for 3 has struck out twice here in this one. This is his first time facing Spencer Owen. The pitch up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And no outs here in the top of the 9th inning. Quakers used Walter Talcott for 1 inning. And now Spencer Owen. Right-hander is now throwing in the bullpen for the Quakers. Hit foul. We will stay at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Quakers trying to sweep these 2 games and stay within striking distance of Franklin, who won twice earlier today. They lead the HCAC at 9-1. Here's your 1-2 pitch once again, grounded to the right side. The second baseman, Davis, lays on the tag, throws to first. They get the out, the double play, but the run will score. And the Quakers now trail at 3-2. So Mueller does his job. He got the ball to the right side. That'll be Foreign assisted and 4-3 for the double play. Turling will step to the plate now as the first pitch is low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. So Earlham again will have to go into the bottom of the 9th inning, trailing to try to rally to win. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. One ball and 1 strike here in the top of the 9th inning. Unfortunately, if the Quakers lose, Spencer Owen may take the loss. Foul tipped, held on by Wilson. And we'll go to 1 ball, 2 strikes. And we always like to look ahead. We're looking at 5, 6, and 7 in the order. 1-2 the count. And the pitch on the way got him looking. We will head to the bottom half of inning number 9. Quakers will have to rally for the second straight time. As on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Mount St. Joe leads at 3-2.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top-flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com.
Well, Dre Davis will be the first one out for the Quakers here in the 9th inning. As Earlham, as we said, will have to rally once again. There you see Dre.
Number 26, Dre Davis.
Davis will be followed by Wilson and then Pinsura, unless we see a pinch hitter. Here is Myers, chance to get a win, and the pitch is a called strike. Earlham fans didn't like that one. So Davis quickly behind a no balls and a strike. Myers now with the 0-1, popped him up foul, and it's quickly 0-2. You go back to the previous game, the Quakers were down basically to their final strike until Alec Bryan was able to single. Jandro walked, replaced by Grace. Robertson singled, scored a run. Dopp singled, scored a run. And the Quakers were able to score 2 runs and win it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So even with 2 outs in the 9th inning, they were able to rally for the win. But boy, they got work to do here as Davis steps back in. The 1-2 pitch on the way. This one will be popped up to the right side, and the second baseman, Schaefer, is there, and there's one away.
That's that for the Quakers, number 17, Josh Wilson.
Here's Wilson. First time at the plate now for Wilson. The pitch is a called strike. Here you see Josh, left-handed hitters. We go lefty-lefty. The pitch on the way is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, Quakers, again, offensively, just unable to get anything going up to this point. Nice pitch in there for strike 1 and 2, and this almost sounds like what happened in game 1. But can the Quakers rally 2 straight? 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch just a little bit off the mark. Looked like it might have been inside. Not a bad pitch that time by Myers. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now the 2-2 pitch. Got him swinging. So 2 away. And here is Pinsura.
Number 22, Brian Pinsura.
Pinsura is 0 for 3. He has struck out twice. And just like game 1, the Quakers down to their final out. Myers set to throw in his first pitch. In there for a strike. Few grumblings from the Earlham crowd. They thought that pitch was too far outside. No balls and a strike. Pinsura back in. Here's the pitch on the way. It's outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Quakers a single run in the fourth, one more run in the seventh. Just has not been their night offensively. Here's your 1-1 pitch. Changeup stays high, 2 balls and a strike. Myers again trying to get the win. No one throwing in either bullpen. Here's your 2-1, hit foul. And again, the Quakers down to their final strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another 1-run ball game for Earlham. The break-even pitch on the way off the end of the bat, foul, and Pensura stays alive. Pensura back in. There's Myers. Lefty set to throw. Here's the break-even pitch and another foul ball. So Pensura's going to battle here in the 9th inning. We're going to stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Alec Bryan standing on deck hoping to get a chance to hit. Again, the 2-2 pitch on the way. Low and inside. We'll go to 3-2. So now Quakers get a chance to get a man on right here. Anything close, got to be ready to swing the bat. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 9th inning, Quakers down by 1 and got him looking. And that will do it as the Quakers lose game number 2 by a final of 3-2. And we will come back and wrap it up in a moment. Stay right there. This is Earlham Baseball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Well, as the Quakers lose game number 2 by a final of 3-2, the Quakers have their 7-game winning streak snapped. They fall to 23-7 on the year, and they're now 7-3 in the HCAC. Mount St. Joe, they're now 13-13 overall. They're 4-5 in conference play. Myers will pick up the win. Spencer Owen will take the loss. So now the Quakers, if you look at the updated standings, find themselves after the doubleheader sweep earlier today by Franklin over Rose-Hulman. Quakers will have a little bit of an uphill battle as they find themselves at 7-3. They're now 2 games behind Franklin in the HCAC standings. Still in pretty good shape. In fact, very good shape for a playoff spot, but the Quakers trying to host. But again, the loss tonight will drop them to 7-3. The good news is they do play the top 2 teams in the next 4 games after tomorrow. And again, tomorrow's a non-conference matchup against Adrian, the number 25 team in the country. So they'll try to get a win and get back on track tomorrow. And then on Saturday, they'll take on Franklin at Franklin. We'll talk more about that matchup tomorrow. Now, a reminder for tomorrow's game, if there is rain, they're scheduled to move that game back to 6 o'clock. It is scheduled for a 4 o'clock. Keep tuned in on social media, not only radiotroy.com, but also on the Earlham social media and their sports page, goearlham.com, for the latest tomorrow. We'll keep you updated on when tomorrow's game will start. All right, that'll do it. Quakers win the first game 4-3. They lose the second game 3-2. Thanks for being with us. This has been Earlham Baseball, Radio Troy Digital Sports.